Hi guys. So, first of all, I owe you all a massive apology because I've been so grateful for all of my subscribers, followers, people that have listened to me, heard me, people that have messaged me personally or commented to let me know that they're really grateful for me sharing my journey and story with them. That has meant a lot to me because that's exactly what I set out to do. The fact that I didn't keep to my commitment and share within the space of time that I set out to do, I really want to apologise for that. I started off by promising you to share my happy ending within the week that I shared my first poem, and I didn't deliver that. And I've decided to share this video before I share my last two poems with you to explain the reason for that, because I think it's really important that you guys know exactly why. So when we are in the journey of change, which I've been on, and it's still absolutely positive for me, I set out to make a difference. And I thought I was in the right place to do that. And sharing those first poems with you, I was sharing the bad. And I still had those feelings within me. I still had that passion within me. And we have the subconscious side of the mind. And I didn't realise that really that's what was stopping me from sharing. So I started making little excuses. I felt that I didn't look right to come onto the camera and share. Felt like it wasn't the right time. I wasn't feeling great anyway. I was poorly. I've been suffering quite a few neurological problems. And I just wasn't in the zone for it. And I spoke to my life coach. I'm doing a course that's based in Utah. It's online, called I Achieve Today. And my one-to-one coach said to me, what do you think is the problem? And being asked like that so directly, I come out with it and I said, I think that being poorly and questioning things, maybe it's a test that I need to make sure I'm in the right place. And I'm absolutely 100% sure that this is where I'm at before I share it. I don't want to be a liar. I don't want to pretend to be happy. I don't want to share a poem with you guys and then go on to say, I feel like this because this is what I done. And then in a month later, that's reversed and I've got people coming at me and asking me questions, and then I just want to sink into a hole again because I put out this thing on a social media platform that turned out not to be true for me. I have to know my own truth before I can share it on a platform. And that's exactly where I'm at now. I'm ready to share completely. How have I got to that place? Well, it's amazing how I've got to that place, because just 6 weeks ago I wasn't there and now I absolutely am here. And I've realised a massive impact that my family were having on me. When I started doing this, it hasn't been rosy in my family, and me changing in such a positive way, I was hoping that it would change the way things have been, and a relationship between my brother and I as well. Actually, it hasn't. And when I actually sent him a message, because you know what social media is like, Facebook and things like that. I can write things on Facebook, even though him and his partner won't have me on Facebook or Instagram. Things get back to them, misconstrued things that aren't even directed at them, and I seem to get questioned over it, or things that I've written about myself even, and it's met with anger. But I shared a quote written by Gandhi. So I messaged my brother to let him know, just in case anybody shared it with him, that it absolutely wasn't directed at him. I actually wasn't even thinking about him at the time, but I thought about it later on that day. And I just wanted to let him know it was on my Facebook, but it was there because I'd started sharing my mental health journey, and I'd added this quote because it was personal to me. So I told him what I was doing on YouTube and things, and he didn't make a single comment or say, you know, that's great, or oh, it sounds really cool, or like send me the link to anything. I've also, you know, tried to tell my dad, who's actually meant to be like my advocate for my steps program. So he read my red folder and things, and he's meant to be like my one-to-one supporter, and he hasn't sort of acted very supportive or said anything good to me about it either. Hasn't asked to watch or listen, and I tried to shrug it off, but I think subconsciously it really got to me, and it ended up with me also not wanting to share anymore. And I really recognised that. So it put doubt in me, and that can be really hurtful. But I've overcome that. And the way I've overcome that is I've realised, and this is what everybody needs to realise, and it's so amazing once you do it, I do not need their validation. I do not need anybody's validation. And for those that you are listening, you do not need anybody's validation to be yourself, to express yourself. Be yourself and love yourself. Because I absolutely love myself. I am a good person. I am kind. I am loving. I am expressive. But I love that about myself, because it means everybody absolutely knows where they stand with me. And a lot of people love that about me too. The only people that don't love that about me are the people that don't like to hear the truth about themselves, because they're not very nice people. But I can't help that, you know, because they're happy to tell me about myself. They're happy to tell me things that have driven me to suicide. It's about cutting out the negative. Everybody that has led me to a negative pathway, I no longer have any attachments to. And if I have to have an attachment to them, I have lowered all expectations of them people to a point where I don't spend time with them unless it's absolutely necessary. And when I am with them, it's like a blank wall, you know. I'm not even really listening because I don't need it, and neither do you guys. We don't need to entertain the negative. We only need to embrace the positive. It's so important that you recognize that. Because what people also do is once they recognize you're vulnerable to negativity, they will feast off of that, and they will throw so much negative energy your way. And once your mind starts thinking negatively, your behavior comes negative. Your thoughts are negative and your behavior is negative. It's like in sync. But once you manage to flip it round and you start having positive thoughts, your behavior starts to match that. And what's happened to me is I started thinking more positively. So my behavior started to become more positive. And once that happened, I started to notice more all of the people that had a negative impact on me that I needed to walk away from. And the most important thing is that I didn't do it in a negative way. I simply cut myself off from these people. I blocked their numbers. I cut them off from social media. I just chose to no longer have any contact with them anymore. And it's as simple as that. And like I said, and the people that maybe it's a little bit more difficult if they're a family member and you have to live at home with them, or you have to see them during the holidays or at family meals, just entertain it. Just simply entertain it. As long as you know that you don't need to embrace their negative energy. Let it go over. Learn to love yourself. And then you can share yourself in a positive way. So that's me. I hope you didn't mind listening to that babble. And I'm going to share my next poems. And then after I've done that, I'm going to share with you guys a whole lot more about how I got here, because we need to talk about positive affirmations, meditations, mindfulness, because it really is an amazing journey once you get on it. I am dealing so much better with my health. Yeah, okay, I'm suffering with pain still, but I'm not no longer in bed moaning and groaning every day. I've got ambitions now. I've got my goals back, and I absolutely know I'm gonna smash it. I've got achievements and I'm gonna achieve it. I'm here to make a difference to my life. And I'm not only here to make a difference to my life, I'm here to make a difference to the people that I intend to help. Because that's who I am. I'm somebody that was put here to go through these challenges and go through these struggles, to experience it firsthand, come out the other end and help other people. That's exactly what I intend to do. So I'm here for you all. Drop me a comment and I'll get back to you. For all my prior videos, I'll leave them in the link below. And for the future, all my links to my videos will be in the description boxes. It's been lovely connecting with you guys again, and I hope to connect more often and enjoy my next poems. Okay? Peace out.